All right, so welcome back to another Tech Tip Shop tour, shop upgrade, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. This is a 1970 Honda N600. Had this car for some time, and I seem to be doing a lot of upgrades or experimenting on this car. A lot of you seem to love it, and I'm going to go through a few things with you and make it even better. So to recap, we got the new wheels and tires years ago. Those rims are off of the Z car with the holes in them, the sportier car. They're still 10-inch, but we put the Mini Cooper tires on there, the Yokohama A008s. They're super sticky. They're 165/10, so they got a real wide tread width, and they fit on the Hondas really well. Super grippy. Really impressed with those. I lowered the front of this car an inch or two. I cut a couple coils. I put in the polyurethane sway bar bushings as well as the red bushings that are there on the control arm. So the suspension's pretty tight, pretty good. The CV boots are good. The brakes are good. Oh, we just put on the Wilwood master cylinder, the non-assisted mechanical brake master cylinder. That's a little smaller, so it has really good stopping power now. And the exhaust system is one of a kind. It's a Hawaiian copy, which means I cut and split the manifold, ran two pipes down all the way to the center of the car. Really improves the torque. I don't think the top end breathing's any different. Of course, I got these kind of cheapo eBay mirrors, which I'm not happy with. They're rattling loose for they're fender mirrors on the hood. And then what else are we doing? Oh yeah, the interior. Interior has been pretty lackluster. Got the new steering wheel on there, the deep dish drifting wheel with the horn working now. That looks good. Took out the crummy tachometer that was just kind of falling apart. Noticing that my doors are brush painted, the red over the yellow or butterscotch or whatever the original cream color was. Those are brush strokes. Somebody rolled the paint on, which, whatever. Car's going to get a paint job someday. But let's talk about the seats. This is the part that supports your behind. This is the driver's seat. It has seen better days. The headrests don't match. I don't know if I think the car only came with one seat when I got it, and I scabbed another seat from some other place. The brackets for the seat I am reusing, and I'm going to adapt these new racing seats. They're pleather. In other words, they're not leather and they're not vinyl, they're pleather. Looks like they've gathered dust already. They have red piping, they have high backs, they recline, they do everything that they should, and I'm mapping out how I'm going to adapt those seats to these rails and then to these rails here to put those seats in the car. They're a little wider. I think it's going to be pretty tight, but this car really deserves some new seats, and that's where we're going with this. I'd also like to get in here and clean up the floors, paint that, put some carpet in, but that's another time. This is scheduled to be my new winter driver. The way I can calculate that, or I guess, what do you call that? Justify it. Car has to have wipers, a heater or a heat source, good brakes, lights, tires, belts, hoses, that type of thing. Not all my cars have those, so they're not good winter cars. This one, I drove daily. If I look at the insurance tags, 2014 was the last time I drove this car actively. So that's been 9 years. I can't believe it's been sitting around for 9 years. Just kind of dug it out. I really want to give it a paint job, but I don't think that's going to happen for a little bit. It deserves it, but right now, let's just get these seats in it and get comfortable, shall we? Paint job will come next time. All right, we're a little farther along on our Honda 600 seat project. You can see the old seats here, and you can see the rails. I ditched those because that just wasn't going to work. They're just too narrow. The rails for the factory seats are very narrow. Most people don't realize how narrow these cars are. So I've, what do you call it? Fabricated, engineered, thought of something unique. Just welded these rails in across, gives it a little more rigidity to the body. It's lightweight. I can drill holes into them. I've got the spacing correct, lifted the seats up a little bit, which is what I wanted. Now I got to figure out how to make these seats fit. The butt part is fine, but these shoulder wings stick out the window. So that's a problem. They're going to hit each other. Shoulder wing to shoulder wing, seat to seat. So I got to think of something. I'll make it work somehow. All right, so we got the seats test fitted into our Honda, and you can tell this is the shoulder wing here. It's probably that close to the glass, and inside they touch shoulder to shoulder, but I have enough room for the e-brake, barely. They're super comfortable, and it's going to work. The other side is a little better. I don't know why the passenger side has less room, but I think it's the way the car is designed. But yeah, when you slide this seat back, should you need to slide it back, it will rub on the B-pillar, but that's the way it goes. So I'm going to pull the seats back up, finish welding in my bars, and then drilling some more holes. Lots of fun. Lots of fun. They look really good. They look like two football linebackers sitting in my car. Look at that. It's hard to see with the glare. They just look so huge. I'm not used to them, but I think they're going to be all right. All right, so I just got done taking the little Honda N600 out for a ride with the new seats in there. They're so comfortable, so odd. It's much different to get in and out with this bolster and this lower lumbar bolster. Once you're in, you fit like a glove, but getting in and out is a little different than just sliding in the old bench seats. Well, bench bucket seats. They fit pretty good. I may adjust this one back a little bit so I can have one or two more clicks for my long legs. It just looks so funny to see the whole car filled up with seats. I got it perfect so the door shuts without banging on the wing, shoulder wing, and these just barely touch. Can't see light between them, but it works. I'm pretty satisfied with that. That's pretty cool. Car really needed a little pizzazz, and I think that's going to do it just fine.